Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bridal Pool Tarot. Welcome to my new subscribers as well as my old subscribers and all future subscribers that may want to join the channel. I'm about to say things that may shock a few of you, so I may lose some subscribers, but I've promised to be true to myself and my beliefs, and that is what I'm going to do. First of all, I lost a subscriber, and I think it is related to my reading with Andrew Cuomo. And I'm sorry about that, but that's what I saw, and I can't change what I saw. If he is guilty, he should be paying for it. If he's not guilty, then he should not be paying for it. Either way, the guy needs help. That's what I saw. But so do the potential victims of the man. So I just wanted to clarify that. But just saw something on TV that, whew, let's say that I'm not very pleased with. I think I've mentioned in the past that my background is Catholic and that my faith is Catholic, although I do not belong to any church anymore. My faith continues to be Catholic, and I do not believe that these cards that I'm using right now are from the devil. Okay, I just want to say that from the get-go. The other thing that I want to say is this, because it's about the vaccines from Johnson & Johnson and the fact that the Catholic Church, especially in Texas, is encouraging people not to use the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it comes from fetal tissues. Okay, that might have been aborted. Okay, so here's the thing. I am not pro-choice unless the life of the mother is in danger. Unless it is a case of rape or incest, I am definitely not pro-choice. I'm not pro-life. Definitely not pro-life. My body, my choice. If I choose to have the baby, I will have the baby. If I choose not to have the baby, that is my choice, and I will assume it. I believe in life. So what that means to me is this. I think that up to 20, 22 weeks, a fetus is not viable. So therefore, it's not a baby. After 22 weeks, there is a chance that the fetus survive outside of the womb. At 26 weeks, the chances of survival are greater. Chances of survival without any effect from being born earlier are even greater. So for me, before 22 weeks, you do what you want. After 22 weeks, look for a parent if you don't want to have the baby. There's so many people that want to have children. Look for a parent. That's basically my philosophy. I have friends who are completely pro-choice up to 9 months. I love them to death. I listen to their opinion. My opinion is different, and that's okay. I have my family who's totally pro-life, regardless of what might have happened. Well, some of them. And that's their opinion, and I respect it. So for me, my opinion is I choose life. Having said that, if tissue samples from a fetus, from the placenta of a baby, can help science save humanity, hello. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I still want to say it is the choice of each individual whether or not they're going to take the Johnson and Johnson vaccine or if they're going to take any vaccine at all. I will take a vaccine personally. I don't know which one. Whatever is offered to me, that's basically what I will take. But here's another thing that I want to mention. And that's something that has happened pretty much everywhere in the world. But in Canada, especially in Quebec, in rural Quebec, up to the 60s, we had priests going around households and they would look at the family and they would say to the woman, this child is 6 months old, so you're thinking about having another one soon? Or, well, it's been a year since you've had a child. What are you waiting for? Stop fornicating and make babies. I kid you not. My ex-boyfriend's mother was less than 100 pounds. She was run ragged. She had 10 children in 10 years. And her health couldn't take another pregnancy. Her mind, her life, her soul couldn't take another child. And she was alone raising them because the father was alcoholic. So she had to look for food for these children, and she couldn't work because those were all young children. And I kid you not, a priest showed up and asked her to have another child because it had been a year. That's sick. It doesn't happen anymore, anyway, in Quebec that I know of. And I hope it doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. I think the church, whether it's a Catholic church, any Christian churches have done it. Catholic or otherwise. We're talking about the Catholic Church because it's the biggest church in the world. It's the biggest religion in the world. But all religions have done it to a point. And I hope it's not happening anymore. Now, thank you for listening to me rant. What I want to do, and I got my angel cards out because I believe that those children, well, they're not children, they're fetus. For the most part, they're fetus. And I believe that most of these fetus are now angels. And I believe that they will tell us whether or not it was okay for us to use fetal tissues or tissues from placentas or tissue from umbilical cords for science, for the vaccines at Johnson and Johnson and any other company, because many companies have done it. So let me see here. Is it okay for us to have used the fetal tissues from Johnson and Johnson vaccine? I'm mixing the cards as well as I can because it's a new pack. And I'll be using my cheat sheets a lot because it's a new pack. And the images are very specific to arts or people, historical people. The King of Cups. The King of Cups, that is someone who is sensitive, that is someone who is compassionate, That is someone with ethics, ethics, ethics. And the Page of Sword. That's the curious mind. The Page of Sword is a curious mind. It's he's my baseball player, but he's a young person, very, very, very young person, as we can see here. I'll bring this down a little bit. He's a very young person, and he has a lot of curiosity, new ideas, new ways of communicating. But I think that if we look at this here, this young man, it's as if he has a petri dish and with a little stick trying to mix something. Do you think I need to go on with this reading? Because I don't think this card is going, is obstructing the King of Cups. I think it's complementing the King of Cups, to be honest with you. So we have our little angel there, being curious. And Johnson & Johnson has a very, very, very heavy load to carry here. Very, very heavy. And they have discussed the ethicality of, is that a word? I hope so. They have discussed whether or not it was ethical to do something like that, because for a long time they were stuck. They were trapped in, tied up with a small rope, like a thread. I don't know if you can see, you can even see the thread, maybe a little bit. So that is something that they've discussed. But here's the other thing. How were we doing vaccines before already? Oh. Using tissues. DNA. The Ace of Pentacles. So basically, they have a heavy load on their shoulders and they're hard at work because they found the vaccine and now they want to produce it as much as possible in order to be successful at giving vaccine to as many people as possible. So they have manifested the vaccine in a way. And yes, there is going to be financial winnings from this, for sure. I mean, they're a business, so that, yeah, they are going to profit financially from this, but that's normal. Unfortunately, there are going to be people who are going to flee the vaccine because of what the Catholic Church is saying. Now, I have to clarify that I'm not certain the Pope has said that using the J&J vaccine was wrong. I'm not certain the Pope had asked people to try to avoid the J&J vaccine, but I know they have been told by bishops. And bishops, it's like the Queen in Commonwealth, right? We have governor general, they represent the queen, so bishops represent the pope. Johnson and Johnson is happy with what they've got. They're at peace with what they've got. They see that they have a solution to a worldwide problem where millions could potentially die. But from the outside looking in, this declaration from those bishops in Texas is not only going to affect people in the Catholic Church, but others as well. All the people who are pro-choice might think twice about using the J&J vaccine because it is using fetal tissues. Pregnant with possibilities. That vaccine is very strong in spite of the numbers saying otherwise. That vaccine is very strong. And it's me. But what I'm saying here is this. I was going to be a mother, but I wasn't ready. I gave up my baby. I got an abortion. This fetus is being used to save the world. I'm pleased with that. And the Three of Pentacles, working together to make this work, working together to make this work. I want to clarify this with a gentler tarot because we're talking about angels. Sorry about that. We're talking about angels. And I want to make sure that we're using gentle tarot cards for them. Even if they passed before being 22 weeks old in the womb, you know, they are angels. They become angels. That's what I strongly believe. I lost a baby. It was less than 3 months. And I believe, even though I didn't even know I was pregnant until I lost the baby, I believe that it would have been a son. And to me, that child is an angel. You know, had I been in the hospital and baby would have come out 12 weeks, he wouldn't have survived. So he was a fetus. And if his tissues would have been used to make this vaccine, I would have been happy. What are they working on together? One is learning from another. See how, I don't even need to go on. I don't need the clarifiers. The angel is holding the horse while the old man teaching is holding the foot of the horse so that the young man, the apprentice, is changing the hoof or the iron on Wonder who, something like that. Anyway. So, to me, we got the answer right there. It's the right thing. People, my cards are telling me, and my cards are the angel cards, and they're telling me it was the right thing to do. So there's nothing wrong with using the J&J vaccine. If you feel you should not use it, it is your choice. I respect it. There's no problems with that. If you choose to use it, in spite of, then go for it, because our little angels are happy about that. That's their contributions to the world. Thank you for listening to me rant. Have a great day. Bye.